Hello children, how are you? Hope all are fine at home, and I welcome you all to this maths session, and this is going to be the first session for the new chapter. I once again welcome you all to maths session. Before getting into the session, let us begin with a good thought. When you run in fear, it's a square into the wall. What does it mean? If we are in fear, we will not be able to think other than that fear. We will be confined to the box of fear. We should come out of the box of fear to find a solution or to overcome that fear. That's what it's stated here. It's square into the wall. We will be confined inside a closed wall because of that fear. This fear differs from age to age. A 1-year baby will have no fear, whereas your parents' fear is more compared to your fears. At this present situation, we all fear what will happen next after this shutdown. There are so many question marks in each and every field, including education field, even in learning and teaching. Let us all come out of this fear and make this digital school an enjoyable and fruitful one. Okay, children, I specifically chose this quote because of the word square. And here is a picture. And what is the similarity in all these objects? We have so many objects here. Cupboard, pillow, window, chessboard, bread, clock, board, diskette, notebook, wall hanger or photo frame. What is the similarity in all these things? Hope you would have guessed it. Yes, excellent. It is nothing but these all have a square shape. We are all familiar in finding area of square. What is the identity to find the area of square for us with side A? If the side of the square is A, we have A into A or A square, which is equal to A square. This can also be read as A raised to the power of 2. 2 is written in the superscript for the letter A. A into A is A square. So now you know how to write the symbol square. It is written in the superscript for the letter A. If the side of the square is 1 centimeter, area of the square is 1 into 1 is equal to 1 square. 2 into 2 is equal to 2 square. 3 into 3 is equal to 3 square. Am I clear, my dear children? And then I can make it simple with the table 1 into 1, 1, 2 into 2, 4, and this we call it as square table. In this table, 1, 4, 9, 16, 25, 36, these are all special numbers because this can be written as multiple of the same number twice. 6 into 6, 7 into 7, 5 into 5, 10 into 10. We have so many numbers which can be written with 2 factors, both are same. Okay. So what is this specially called as? That is what we are going to see in a new chapter, squares and square root. What is the new chapter? Squares and square root. Today, we are going to see about squares alone. Okay, my dear children? So, how we define square number? The other name for square numbers is perfect squares. Perfect squares. How to define it? Here is the definition. If a natural number m can be expressed as n raised to the power 2 or n squared. It can be said in 2 ways. n squared or n raised to the power 2, where n is also a natural number. Then m is a square number. Then m is a perfect square. You can have it in two ways. What does it mean? See here, if I have 9, this 9 can be written as 3 squared, 3 into 3. If I have 16, 4 into 4, 25 into 25 is 625. Am I clear, my dear children? All these numbers are called as square number or perfect square. Don't say 2 as perfect square. Okay, 2 into 2 is 4. 4 is square number and not 2. Similarly, 3 into 3 is 9. 9 is a square number, not 3. 3 is not a square number. Am I clear, my dear children? Now, here is a question for you. Is 32 a square number? Can I write 32 like 16 is written as 4 into 4? Can 32 be written as a multiplication of two numbers or the factors to be same? They should be same. That's the condition here. No, we cannot write because we already know 5 squared is equal to 25 and 6 squared is 36. This 32 lies between 25 and 36. So ultimately, it will lie between 5 squared and 6 squared, isn't it? 32 lies between 25 and 36. If I have to write in square, it should lie between 5 squared and 6 squared. Is it possible for me to find another natural number between 5 and 6? Is there any natural number between 5 and 6? No, my dear children. So, this 32 is not a square number. You have to state the reason. There is no natural number between 5 and 6 to make 32 as a square number. Therefore, 32 is not a square number. Is it clear, my dear children? That this should also be a natural number. Only then we can say it as a square number. So, you may think, then 32 can be written as a square of some other number other than this natural number. It can be written as a square of some decimal numbers, my dear children. We do have, but it will not be a square number. We cannot say if I have this 5 as 5.2 the whole square. I cannot say that resultant answer is a square number. It will not be a square number because it is not written as the square of a natural number. Is it clear? Okay. Now, let us see about few properties of square number. Why do we learn properties every now and then? As usual, properties are helpful to get conclusion just by seeing at it. For example, in chemistry, we come across so many properties for many chemicals. To have a simple thing, I can say sugar is a chemical which has the property of dissolving in solvents. It's a solute, it's a salt which can dissolve in water. It is one property of the water. That helps us to identify, that helps us to make use of sugar in many things. But this sugar will not dissolve if I have it along with that egg. I have to beat it more, or I have to make the sugar a powdered content so that it will mix up with egg yolk. Isn't it? So we should know the properties of square numbers to make use of the best out of it. Okay, my dear children. So have a glance over all these numbers and they are squares. If I square 1, I get 1. If I square 2, I get 4. 3, 9. So far, 9 nines are 81, 10 tens are 100. I am multiplying each and every number twice to get the square. 11 into 11, 121. 16 into 16, 256. 18 into 18, 324. 20 into 20, 400. These are all the square numbers. Okay, children. If I observe all these unit digits, come on, see all these unit digits in the square number. Did you observe this unit digits? I have 0, 1, 4, 9, 6, 5. 1, 4, 9, 6, 5. Here, not in this number, only in square number. Isn't it? So, can we say that if a number ends with 0, 1, 4, 5, 6 or 9, then it must be a square number? Need not be, my dear children. I can have a number 266, which lies between these two. It is ending with 6, but it will not be a square number. 256 is a square number. 266 is not a square number. So, need not be. But I can conclude none of the square number end with 2, 3, 7 or 8 at units place will be a square number. If I have the unit place as 2, 3, 7 or 8, it cannot be a square number. Surely it will not be a square number. Is it clear, my dear children? Okay. Here is question for you. Can you say whether the following numbers are perfect square? How do you know? Now, come on, look at the units place. These are all very big numbers. We don't know such very big numbers squares. I have to multiply and see. Even if I multiply, I will not be able to find out for all in short time. But just now, we got an idea about one property. If the units place is 2, 3, 7, 8, surely it will not be a perfect square. With that property, I conclude all these four numbers are not perfect square. Whereas 1069, 2061 have the units place as 1 and 9. It may be a perfect square or may not be a perfect square. How to find it? This we will learn in next or in the upcoming classes. How to find the square or square roots. Okay, my dear children. Shall we get into the second property now? The second property here is, again, look at the numbers 1, 9, 11, 19, 21. So, what will be the next number? Very good. It is going to be 29. Then 31, 39, 41, 49, 51, 59. What is the similarity in all these numbers? The unit place in all these numbers is either 1 or 9. 1, 9, 1, 9. It keeps on going. If I look out their squares, what do I have in their units place? Always 1. So I can conclude if a number has 1 or 9 in its units place, then its square ends in 1. Surely 1. Okay, my dear children? Is it clear? Okay. With this property, let us see one example. Which of 123 square, 77 square, 82 square, 161 square, 109 square would end with digit 1? You should not multiply 123 twice, 77 twice, 82 twice. It will take long time. If I keep on multiplying all this number to find its units place. Just now we learnt about a property. If a units place is 1 and 9, surely their end digit will be 1. So what is going to be the answer now? 161 squared and 109 squared. These two numbers squares. Squares in the sense I have to multiply twice. Their unit digit will be 1. Surely it will be 1. Is it clear, my dear children? So far we have learned two properties in this video. Let us continue in the next video. Thank you, children.